Between the month of April and September, lake fishing in British Columbia can be very good for trout, and one of the most popular methods, most effective methods, is fly fishing, or fishing with artificial flies. But not everyone fly fishes. So for families and newcomers, fly fishing can be pretty frustrating, pretty intimidating, and pretty time consuming. But you can actually fly fish with a spinning rod outfit. You can actually use artificial flies with a float setup. So in this video tutorial, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a proper fly fishing outfit with a spinning rod, and it's very, very simple. As the weather warms up in springtime, water temperature goes up in lakes, and aquatic insects start emerging from the lake bottom. So these pupa start coming up from the lake bottom, and they'll slowly suspend up the water column, and that's what your artificial fly is trying to imitate. So the best way to imitate these is actually to suspend your fly under a float. So this setup right here is essentially the same as bait fishing with a float, except using a fly. The only difference would be I like to use split shots. Having the split shots spread apart like that, it's better because I think that gives the fly a little bit more action in the water. And it's important to use a fly. It's important to use a sliding float setup, because a lot of times you're going to be fishing in water up to maybe 10 feet deep, 15 or even 20 feet deep. It really depends on how deep the water is and where the fish are cruising. The fish are usually cruising right near the bottom. So if you're fishing in 20 feet of water, your float there is going to be roughly around 18 to 19 feet deep. So having a sliding float, the main line has a float stopper on it, so that will adjust your float depth. So the sliding float will go all the way up to the float stopper, and that will be your float depth. So you have a split shots on here, on the main line, down to a swivel at the end of the main line. Then I like to tie on a leader that's roughly around 1 to 2 feet long. Then you have your artificial fly at the end. So these flies can be self-tied, or you can buy them from a local fly fishing store. Definitely ask them what's working right now, because a lot of times the fish are pretty particular on what they're feeding on. So for the spinning rod and reel, I like to use a 9 feet long rod, but you can use anything from 6 to 9 feet. A pretty light rod, it's good, because the trout that you're catching are usually between anywhere from half a pound up to 4 pounds. And so on the spinning reel here, what I got here is 6 pound test, so anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds is pretty good. So there you have it. So this is a spinning rod setup for fly fishing, and it's a very kid-friendly setup for parents who are interested in fishing to kids. This is really a ideal way to go if bait fishing doesn't work, or if lure fishing doesn't work, if these fish are feeding on insects primarily. So if you have any other questions, please leave a comment on the bottom. I'm always happy to answer them, and check out our website at fishingrod.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, good luck fishing.